Hey guys, Mr. Barr here. Finally have something for you that is actually about the class. We should have tackled all our issues with people having access to Office 19. If you're still having issues, you need to contact me ASAP, because on Monday we are going full bore into this stuff so we can get going, because we are behind. Which is fine, but like I said, I just need everybody ready to roll on Monday. What I wanted to do today was kind of talk you through some Office basics, just so you kind of understand some of the things that are going to be required of this class. So obviously down here is your Office stuff that you will access, and I believe it's like that on all the computers that you're remote in on. I don't know what yours looks like at home. But the beauty of Office is no matter what program you choose, I'll open them all that we're going to use. The beauty is they're all the same. You know, a lot of the codes are entries, entries are going to be very similar. So for computer concepts, because I'm kind of doing this together, you will start in here, and even in InfoCCOfficeIntro, it's okay for you guys to see this stuff, but you'll usually have, blank documents to look at, and then I'm going to say click on the file, the home, the insert, the design, the layout, the reference, mailings, review, view, help, Acrobat, all that kind of stuff, and under each one of these is going to be different material. This is the reason that I had to have you guys kind of remote in, because Office 365 was not as in depth up here, so therefore the material that you guys were going to attempt to do was going to be very difficult to do because of the fact that you didn't have all the information. So based on the fact that we now all kind of have the same stuff, this will be much easier for us to do. I already shared for week 1, thinking that we'd actually be going last week. I'll just move it to week 2. A couple files, what those files will be for, and if I can see if I can pull them up here for you. Under our classroom, you would see, I'm going to computer concepts again, it's the same for InfoCCOffice, but I probably have shared way down here somewhere week 1 assignment, let's say, and under the instructions there's some files. What this will be for both of those classes is this is going to be a finished document that I would print off maybe, so that you guys can have access to that as you're typing and entering information in. This is the beginning document for Word that we'll use to start the files. The issue is I don't have enough books to give everybody a book, because you guys share books for computer concepts and InfoCCOffice. So therefore I couldn't give every student their own book. So the best way to do this is I complete the assignment, send it to you guys, and you will print this off. And then it'll be your guide to that particular assignment. And what I'm going to do is each day I'm going to do part of the assignment. As the day is finished, you will email me the completed assignment, okay? So that's important. Each day, at the end of the day, you're going to have to email me whatever you did. If you don't email me till the completion of the assignment along the way, you're going to lose points. So each day we'll do a portion, and I'll say, okay, finish up through this step and email me what you got. And then I'm going to look at it, I'll give you points, we'll fix it together, things like that, and then we'll just start from that point the next day. When you download these, you can't just open them, because they will open into Google, and you can't have that. So you're basically going to have to download it to your computer, save it. Usually when you save it, I want you to save it what I have. I don't like all their really wordy, difficult things. I want you guys to always do this, and that's why I did it. Mine says bar employee. What I want you guys to do is your last name employee doc. So that's kind of what we'll do for this. And like I said, when you click on these things, it's going to always want you to open it with, the wrong thing. So I always said just go to a download of this, and like I said, this is the completed one, and you'll just want to download this. Corey Nave made the comment, and I will probably try to do that a lot. It may be easier for me to email this to you. We'll see how it works. But like I said, we'll attempt to make this as convenient as we possibly can. But again, going back to this, what you have to do is just kind of understand and know blank documents. That's where that is. Know the difference between file save and file save as. I always tell students save as is a one-time deal. You do save as the first time, and then you can do save the rest of the time, and you can hit your file save, file save, file save. This is not Google. It does not save it as you go. That is the one positive for sure with Google, is everything saves as you go. What I would tell you to do here is, I think in the new one you could put autosave on, stuff like that. I don't know how that works because that's a newer thing, but I always tell my students just save, save, save. Anytime you stop, just hit save, so that just in case something happens and you lose something, you didn't lose everything. So make sure you don't do that, because a lot of students nowadays, because of Google, have gotten lazy with saving because they just assume everything's saving as you go. So those are some of those things for Word, which most of you are pretty good at. Excel is very similar. Like I told you, you got the same stuff up here. What's inside there and under Home is pretty close, but under these it's going to be different. We'll get more in depth on that kind of stuff later. But again, that's a look at Excel. But like I said, in Excel it's the same thing, blank workbook instead of blank Word document. Then you got PowerPoint, which is where we are starting for your Info A folks. So you would go to blank presentation, and you'd have a blank presentation show up, and it's still, again, very similar, just different color. A lot of this information's up here. You got file, which is the backstage view is what they call it. So if they tell you to do that, or I tell you to do that, that's kind of what they're talking about. But then you got home, insert, design, transitions, all this kind of stuff. Like I said, same commands, just what's underneath the commands is going to be different. So if I say go to insert, what I'm saying is go to insert. And then if I say go to insert, insert, then we would find it. And I don't see one of those in here. But anytime go to design, go to design. Go to transition, go to transition. The other thing that could happen on some of these, I'm trying to, is let's say I add I was trying to get something to show, but let's say we do something like this. There will also be sub headings that will show up that will allow us to change pictures and things like that. If we want to. So that's kind of that. Like I said, the biggest thing I want out of today, I wanted it yesterday, is to make sure that each and every one of you is able to get into what we're doing, get into Excel, and be ready to roll on Monday, because Monday is going to be go time. We have a lot to do to catch up on. I've received quite a few of these KC deals. If you want to pause on that for a little bit, that's fine. I'll send the ones in that I have. What we'll still have is we'll have a online portal that you can enter coming up here in September sometime. But the ones that I've received, or I keep receiving, I'll send on here soon so that you guys can get access. Since we changed our mind about using that Office 365, because like I said, I just didn't like the way it looked, it's not as pertinent to do this as long as everybody's getting into Office 19 like they're supposed to. As of today, we still offer 8 to 11 o'clock, Monday through Thursday. Come on in. Computer lab's open. If you are having issues at home and you need to talk to me, let me know. Come in. Work in the room a little bit. I can help you with that stuff. That's fine. Just again, probably need to contact me if you're going to do that, just to make sure there's not a bunch of people in here. Say, hey, Mr. Barr, I'm headed up, and I'll say, cool, nobody's in here, or hold on, I got 10 people in here now. Not going to be an issue probably. I haven't had anybody come in here for the most part, but now that next week we start doing material, we're probably going to have quite a few students that start accessing or wanting access to the lab. So make sure you kind of let me know. Thank you guys for putting up with this. I'm hoping we get going on Monday without glitches, but there probably will be. But again, just thank you for dealing with it and putting up with me. There are going to be issues that I run into. I know it because I've been teaching for 16 years, and basically 16 of those were in class. So this is the first time I've ever had to teach this way, and teaching technology with technology is harder than one might think, because we all have to be on the same page. But once again, looking forward to seeing you guys in person here, hopefully at some point. But like I said, we'll move forward and get you guys going on Monday. Thanks again. Have a good weekend.